expanded. We expanded $750,000 or more in federal award funds during our most recent completed fiscal year. He said yes, and then it says, have we submitted a single audit or program specific audit report to the federal audit clearinghouse? With a little research, we saw that there may be an alternative. Dale was going to do a little bit more research, but neither one of us were aware what this alternative is. So we're asking if we can reach out to Eaton Peabody, using the legal and administration funds from ARPA to get a clarifying answer to that.
I think you should.
Okay.
Because Eaton and Peabody is a very detailed organization, and if this goes to a federal clearinghouse, we want to be sure where ducks are all quacking.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I emailed our auditor to introduce myself and to kind of see where we are in the process. For some reason, I was under the impression that he had information for 2021. He does not.
I don't think so, no.
And I asked him, when we may be looking at completing this and give a timeline so that we could become current. He followed up, said he was going to back out to me. Well, I followed up with him this morning and he doesn't have 2021 stuff. He is unsure because they're short-staffed and overwhelmed with other projects going on right now, that there isn't a foreseen time to complete the audit.
This is happening to a lot of places.
I can look to see who we've used in the past and reach out to them. I could create a request for a proposal, an RFP, to see any other municipal auditors out there that may have time, look at the price, and then I can reach out to a firm that I know that, may be able to give me some guidance on who to reach out to. But I feel that if we don't start working on this soon, we're going to end up being 4 years behind, and we really need to get ourselves.
We need, my thoughts process is, Betty, you jump in if you disagree, but we need to do something different. This situation we've been talking about 2 years now, and it hasn't changed. And it's getting worse instead of better.
Yeah, and the COVID thing, and then it's just hasn't caught up, and they're not trying to catch up.
No,
They can't hire people, first of all,
yeah,
and it's just bad.
I know that hiring people, because I'm great friends with the auditor from the water district. And I know that he complains to me every day they can't hire people to fill the vacancies
Right.
they have.
Get the help.
Right.
So I would say, Carrie, look around and see what is out there and what we can do, because we can't just sit here day
No,
after day and take
We have
no
to-
for an answer.
Right, we have to cover ourselves.
Yeah, and we're not doing it now.
okay, perfect. And then one of the things when I was first hired, we talked about accounting programs and, potentially looking at new software for accounting. Edmonds GovTech has reached out to me several times. There is a county in Maine that does use them. They are more in the New York aspect in that area, but they're really trying to make their way up this way as well. He'd like to schedule a demonstration, which usually takes 1 to 2 hours. I'm open to looking at the demonstration because I'm very interested to see what they offer for a product and see how it would fit in, because they do focus on municipal government, which is another key fact that I like. But I really kind of see what this company has to offer and what it
I don't
entails.
see any problem with you having the demonstration.
And would anybody else want to attend the demonstration? It will probably be via Zoom, So I'll probably have it in
Right.
here, maybe if anybody else wants to join, and see if Amy wants to come. I'll have a 10-minute phone conversation with the gentleman to schedule this. But it's
Yeah,
definitely open
I'd
to
like
anybody.
to, if, you know,
Sure.
it's possible.
Okay. I will schedule that then. So other than my warrants for approval, my finance report is complete.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll make a
Maybe
motion.
Barbara would wanna attend that, if it comes on the day that she's in.
Sure, I will shoot it out and say
Yeah.
that I'm going to schedule it, and we'll see what works best with,
Okay, yeah,
with everyone.
okay, yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept them and file the finance report.
I'll second that, all in favor?
Yep.
And we'll start with jail today. The jail accounts payable, $248,915.01. This payment also includes a payment to Lincoln SAG for jail services for $206,000. Your payroll is $48,137.21 for a grand total of $297,052.22.
Make a motion to pay it.
Second, all in favor?
And I have copies of these for you too, Susan.
Yep, thanks.
Thank you. The county accounts payable is $133,002.32. Payroll for the county, $169,680.84, for a total of $302,683.16.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Thank you very much.
That's it.
Thank you for your time. I'm done.
We're not gonna take any more questions today.
Not from me.
Annette, you're up.
I'm gonna be quick.
Quick is the word I like.
I can start talking now. Okay, I need a motion to hire and pay a new deputy for the SO. They have extended an offer of full-time employment to fill the current vacant position. He is a blue pinner or certified from the Maine Criminal Justice Academy. His name is Brad Hanson of Stetson, Maine. With your approval, they would like to start him at the 8-year step at $33.14 an hour, and having him start with 160 hours of vacation time. His start date would be April 16th, 2024. And I have his application here, but in short, he is a blue pinner. They've given him a conditional offer of employment pending your approval of his starting pay of $33.14.
So moved.
Okay.
Second, all in favor?
Okay, this is a so noted. I thought I should start sharing with you about the training grants, the training request I submit to the Alphon grant for reimbursement, the workforce development grant that you approved last year. And right now, the SO and the jail have signed up several employees to attend various trainings from March to July. And so a total of the training expenses have been $14,312. And if they're approved by the Alphon, we would be reimbursed roughly $7,000. So I have submitted them. I've gotten some approvals back, which equals $7,156. So I thought I
Good.
should share that
Good.
with you. So that means that they've approved it. Now the employees have to follow through with filling out the survey and registering, but still, I think that's a pretty good saving.
It's good.
And 6,000 of, 3,000 of that is for the Criminal Justice Academy, for the 3 new hires that we sent last year. They will approve that training and they'll give us up to 1,200 for each of those 3. That is good. That is excellent. And so for 2024, the Alphon grant is still available. It's a year to year. And they will have approved that. So I thought I'd start with pointing out some of that because it's good news.
Noted.
And that's it for
I
HR.
can't believe it.
That is.
Short and
Do
sweet.
you collect your pay for a report like that?
I thought I did pretty good last week. Last time I didn't have any. I figured this time I needed to, justify my position.
Good. Thank you, Annette.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Jason is out there.
Yeah. Eric is here as well. Jason, do you want
Have
to-
Eric come in too.
We're all done with Chris, so, right, we're all done with Chris.
Yeah. Good morning, good
Good morning.
morning.
How are you?
Running around like it's the summertime.
Yeah, exactly, for today at least.
Wishful thinking.
Not much for me, just working on moving into my new office space and getting things prepped for the DA's move and everything else like that, so. That's all I've really got for you for today, getting the phone lines moved and all that sort of stuff lined up, and
Yeah,
that's all I've got for you.
now on the probate is not probate, but over in what do they call them?
Deeds.
Is all
Yeah, they're all up and running and everything,
Good.
and everything's working
Good.
over there, and we're
Good.
just getting ready for the next one.
yeah, sounds good.
All right,
Is that it?
yeah, unless you have any questions for me.
Okay, you're free to go.
All right, I'll get back at it.
Eric, you wanna come up?
Sure, you're on furlough. Good morning.
Morning.
So I'll start with give you some updates on what's going on up on the hill. Painting is coming along really well. I'm doing some second and final coats on a lot of stuff. Flooring, last night I was up there, they were probably 3/4 done, or actually probably more than that with the flooring. Electricians are up there today as well. Looks, I think the biggest project left at this point is probably the false ceiling and heat pumps. So things are looking good. I think we're in pretty good shape. As I mentioned before, we got the movers all lined up for the 15th, 16th, and 17th. And Jason as well is gonna be there to help us disconnect everything and
Yeah,
get rid of some an old copier that doesn't work, printer that doesn't work, stuff like that. Laurel actually has been doing an incredible job, as I mentioned, working with us. Purging our files, making a lot of progress there. So much so in fact that, we just mentioned that Commissioner Fowler wanted an update from me on the way out the door. So I gave her a briefing on what our request today would be, is to consider keeping Laurel for, we've used at this point. We allotted $5,000 to work for her to work for us, I'm sorry. And we've expended $1,800 of that. And hiring her, who has the experience and the knowledge of what to look for in
Yeah.
purging files, has been incredible. She's probably doing twice the amount of work in half the time because of her knowledge. So I'd just like to request that we keep her on for a little longer, to help at least get us through the transition and through the move.
and we've spent $1,800 already, Eric?
1,800 of the 5,000 that you folks
Yeah.
had approved.
No, I would say keep her on.
I agree. Great. And then the other thing was, we have a lot of law books over there. There's a big wall, probably about the size of the back wall behind you folks. And it's a beautiful cabinet. It's full of law books back from the 1900s even, in court books. We just don't know where to go with them and what to do with them. I'm thinking about, I know there's no room, I don't think, up here in the law library. I've talked about another place in the county that they might go. I'm not sure if anyone's interested. We'd like to be able to display some of them, but we simply don't have a space. I was thinking about reaching out even to the public library. The district attorney doesn't have a place for those either within the district.
What about the judicial center?
I know, I'm gonna reach out to them. They're on my list as well. Yeah, the court. I don't know if because they've got that big, beautiful building, they might have a space for those, but just throwing that out there, that's something I'm working on. I don't know if you folks have any ideas. what we might be able to do with those.
Well, you people have probably thought about any place that I could think of because
Yeah,
it's kind of limited.
I wish, to be honest, that there was more space upstairs in the law library, because it'd be a perfect place for them. But it would take up a whole wall of what we've got practically.
Have you talked to Sharon?
PB? No, I haven't.
I
No.
would just, because she may have some secret hall passage, something she might be able to be creative with you on.
Yeah,
And Chris, with OSHA, you know, the clearance and so forth, but
You mean between those double doors at
yeah,
area
there
there?
could be different options. She's got
Yeah.
different places. There may be in one of those, she's got 2 conference rooms. There may be something. I'd touch base with her.
yeah, and it's really, it's not like they're anything valuable. I mean, they're all over the state of Maine, but it's just the history of them, that
Yeah.
they've been in that courtroom since 1901.
Right.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I
think
know,
that's-
it is hard to give up that.
Yeah,
too.
it is.
Yeah.
And that's the oldest one I found, but that's it, that's where we're at. I feel like we're in good shape. We've got things lined up and people ready to go, so.
Is there any chance, Eric, that upstairs, the indented space kind of in the middle, that wall that's on that indented space, could that be used?
That's a thought, actually. I'll go up and take a look at it on my way out, but,
I mean, I would think that would be, have a little room
I
and,
was thinking of that too, just when I was saying with Sharon, because they could get creative because of that. They got a lot of open space up there.
yeah,
That with a bookshelf added to one of those walls high, just to keep displayed, but that would be her call, I think. what do you
yeah,
think?
I'll stop both of those
Yeah.
places. I would like to keep them within the county before I go to the library. Or I'd probably try to go in the county first, the courthouse second, and then the library last.
Have you talked to the
Public
possibly the SO's office too? They may have a space that's kind of in their conference rooms or even some of their open space where the bathroom is.
I asked about that.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
good, all right.
yeah,
also, Eric, upstairs in, courtroom. In the back, we don't use, that it doesn't fill up for anything now. Does it? There's a couple walls there that
True, there's
You mean
you
Legion.
could take a bench and use.
Yeah,
Indent
Yeah,
version,
Yeah.
yeah.
right, because
That's
that
great.
courtroom's never full.
They
Even,
can-
yeah, I mean, it's bigger, larger than we need on a regular basis, so we
Yeah.
could have a little backspace on the wall we could use in there.
That's
Why
a
don't
great
you
idea.
look around
I will,
and see if any of that will work?
I'll check all that out today, so,
I'll get a key and we can go up around if you want.
yeah, sounds
I don't
good,
know if Sharon's in, but definitely give you an idea.
sounds great.
Oh, I'm so glad you're looking
I,
at that.
that's it, unless I have you any questions.
Other
for
than
me?
that, everything, the move and everything is coming along pretty good.
It is, yeah. Yesterday I finalized with a lot of people. A little nervous because April is a busy month for Fox and Ginn
Yeah,
and a lot of the furnishing companies and WB Mason, so things are coming along well. I think 2 of our desks are gonna be late. And they had to be custom built to fit in the space, but we'll make do. We'll have some other furnishings to use in the
Sure.
meantime. But yeah, things are
All
looking
right.
nice.
all right, thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
I guess we don't need a break now. We'll
No,
just plow on to county clerk.
all right, I've got some correspondence. You already talked about the tax abatement application, so you're not gonna take any action on it.
I would have you have a conversation with Barbara.
Barbara, okay,
Tell us our feelings were that we shouldn't have to hear this case.
'cause he did get an abatement already, you're saying, right?
Pardon me?
He's already got an abatement,
Right, and this, and the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'll see, I've got the folder and I've got the original.
Right,
Also, the city's attorney and county's attorney are working on the paperwork for closing the sale on the Superior Courthouse for later this month. So that's in the works. And then, my only other thing is the minutes. I know I sent a ton your way
right,
yesterday. I sent 2 to be approved, for November 16th to January 18th, if possible. And Barb mentioned also February 15th. I think she had given that to you.
the 16th, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I, you know, I've read them. So, I would make a motion to approve.
I haven't read them, but I'll take your eyes over mine that you pick up anything, because I just haven't got to it. I looked at them. I
Yeah.
said, man,
It's a lot of reading. Amy said, holy cow, I up late all night reading.
so I'll
Um,
second that motion, for Betty. All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay, are you talking the three of them or all of them?
All of them.
All of them, excellent,
Because, you
excellent.
know, I've gone through many of them, you know, over
Yeah.
the time here and, so,
I did summarize and pare
Yeah,
some of them down, and
yeah.
actually, there was 1 minute that it actually gave me another whole page, it's like I eliminated a whole, page of typing,
Yeah.
and it was,
Right.
instead of 5 pages, it was
Right.
whatever.
great.
But-
But, now, on the agenda, correspondence, I should also say minutes if there's minutes. And I think that's how we miss doing minutes.
Oh, okay, so
Okay.
if something has been submitted to the commissioners,
Right.
put it on the agenda to
Right,
approve
for
or
approval.
disapprove, okay?
Because we don't approve, out of the meeting.
True.
And so put it on there. That
Okay.
There are minutes.
Okay, so if we know that
we
this,
won't Forget it in the agenda.
excellent, okay, minutes. Okay, and I guess that's it on my part,
I had a paper that I was gonna bring over to you to fax for me, because we can't fax we ordered this copy, my son ordered it maybe 2 years ago. We can't fax from him.
oh,
It's gotta go to Texas for a medical thing,
mhm.
so I'll probably bring it in Tuesday when you
Yeah,
Working,
we've
you
got the
can
fax machine,
fax it,
yeah, yeah,
take care of it.
no, do that, bring it in.
Well, that's,
And so I,
uh,
no
that's,
public comment, the executive session's all set.
is that all for you?
That's all for me, it was just the abatement for the Islesboro, the minutes, and then letting you know, Barb had emailed me saying, the attorneys are working on
Yeah,
closing, getting the sale ready.
if you have anything, Betty, on the,
Not really.
I don't, we covered everything, and no public is here today, so
None, right?
I guess we, in order to adjourn,
Okay, so executive session, there is none now.
I mean,
Executive session.
no, there's
okay,
not.
Yeah,
no,
that was
everything-
the same thing.
Yeah,
okay. So I make a motion that we adjourn.
second the motion, all in favor?
Okay, unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you.